Yeah, I just want to say to the black men out there that are, going through any type of mental issues or what have you, or you're trying to, have a honest breakthrough so that you can become a newer man, so that you can become the man that you always saw within yourself. Kudos to you for seeking out help, for seeking out therapy, and doing what a lot of people just in general cannot do, which is number one, being honest with themselves and understanding that you have an issue that you need help, right, in order to deal with, and you're willing to go out there and seek that help and be vulnerable enough in order to receive the help so that you can receive the healing, right, that you deserve. But as stated before, what you're going to hear in the video probably quite a few times, make sure that the person that you receive this healing from, that you're trying to get this breakthrough with, is a black man, is a man that understands you. Do not go out here and specifically seek out a black woman as a therapist because you feel that she's going to give you some type of love, some type of nurturing, and different things of that nature, because it will end up being a mixed bag. And if you don't believe me, just take a look at this clip.
Say you need to expand your emotional vocabulary. It's so your life can be easier. Don't you want to be able to communicate with your bitch? I think yes, right? Long gone are the days where you can just shut down. Bitches is not tolerating that. Like, it used to be where men provided financially or with schmeat, and bitches can make their own self come and we can pay for our own shit. So I'm gonna need y'all to catch up on the emotional part. If a bitch is telling you, I need you to communicate more, open your fucking mouth. But you know what I realized? And let me back up. A common misconception about me as a clinician is that 90% of my clientele have been men, black men specifically. And what we specifically work on is expanding their emotional vocabulary, because a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't even have the words to express how you're feeling. So when you expand your vocabulary and knowledge of what you are experiencing, because y'all are human beings who experience feelings and emotions and don't have to choke that shit down no more. Y'all ain't had to choke that shit down since 2016. Anyway, if y'all are not in therapy, expanding your emotional vocabulary, your life just off top is going to be more difficult. When you expand your emotional vocabulary, you expand your awareness of yourself. When you expand your emotional vocabulary, you understand how you can navigate in this bitch. This fucking weird ass world that is so hard on y'all. Like, let's acknowledge that the world is very difficult for y'all, but y'all are not making it any easier, bruh. You're not. When bitches are telling y'all to go to therapy, it's not for us, it's for y'all sad motherfuckers. Go to therapy, talk about that shit that's on your chest. You don't have to choke that shit down no more. Y'all are doing a disservice to y'allself. And so let me sum this shit up. Y'all told bitches to elevate our standards. And at the cost of us elevating y'all standards, y'all got axed because y'all didn't elevate either. Bitches are not tolerating emotional abuse, emotional neglect. Step it up. Go talk to somebody. Go expand your emotional vocabulary so your life can be better, bitch. All right. Go in peace.
This battle is about to explode. Live and let die.
This woman stated, y'all being unnecessarily dramatic. Number two, things can be true. She can still be an effective therapist and call out when black men aren't doing the work. I'm sure she's compassionate during her sessions. She is venting right now. I'm sure she isn't a misandrist. She clearly wants black men to do better.
Well, damn. Bitch, you guessed it.
And stated, it's dramatic when it comes on the side that benefits you. Let her do this rant on black women and obesity and see how dramatic it will be. Y'all threw a fit at Monique for telling y'all to be mindful of how to dress in public with big ass bonnets and shit.
Another one.
This beautiful woman stated this, and this is why I continue to warn black men on who they seek help from. Please be mindful of the misandrists that hide under the guise of professionals. They are your doctors, teachers, therapists, and etc. You cannot receive healing from people who don't see you as worthy of it. They're not about anybody's feelings or how they're going to feel when I say this, because I just literally gave you a video that is proof this woman is a therapist and her clients are black men. And she is clearly on here complaining about the black men that she is quote unquote giving therapy and help to. Man, let me tell you something. I would automatically be asking for all types of refunds if I ever saw my therapist, who I was going to see, deciding that they wanted to quote unquote, as some people called it, vent online on social media and in a sense make a generalized type of statement. But we all know that she's talking about the black men that are coming to her to seek therapy. Then on top of that, she wants to, call them like all of these names and yada yada yada. I'm like, yo, this looks crazy. Her mouth is reckless. You have people online trying to make excuses for her, like the one woman that I started off reading off to you. She was like, oh well, I'm pretty sure that she's compassionate, during the therapy sessions. Nah, son, your mouth is hugely reckless and you sound young. You sound young. Like I said before, this is why I told people that there should be separations when it comes to a lot of things. Just like how we got separations when it's men and women's bathrooms. When it comes to sports, we have men and women's sports, right? In clothes, men and women's clothes, right? You should have the exact same thing when it comes to therapy, because a woman is not going to automatically understand you and the trials and tribulations that you have to go through and the type of mind that you have as a man, right? They're not going to understand that. Just like as men, we're not going to fully 100% understand a woman. Like I said before, how do I look? Unless it's dealing with, let's say, like maybe something in the realm of like relationships, me being a therapist and me trying to give some type of therapy to a woman, that in a sense almost doesn't make sense, because I am not in the mind frame. I am not a woman. I've never lived or walked the life of a woman, never had the experiences of a woman. Like it would be a mismatch, right? For me, she would not get the full therapy and the full healing and the full help that she would be able to receive if it was a woman who can 100% understand what it is that she's saying, talking about, and where it is that she's coming from and where her mind frame is. And just like vice versa, a female therapist is not going to fully 100% understand the mind frame of a man, and so on and so on and so on. Like I said before, like, yo, for the black men out there, do not have a black woman as your therapist, because this might be her online one day, because this is what social media has boiled down to, right? Now, a long time ago, I used to ask people, who, if we vent to therapists, right, who do therapists vent to, right? And in my mind frame, I would think that it would be another therapist or a group of therapists, right? Or maybe friends and family. I never foresaw anywhere in the future that you would have a therapist or therapists, venting online about their clients. Like, that's crazy. Do you understand like how it's going to make somebody feel? Like, if you're trying to get somebody to open up, that man really ain't going to open up if he finds that you're doing this online and you're his therapist. He's going to internalize all of that. So all of that hard work that might have, been happening, all of those cracks that might have been, happening to get him to break out of that shit, all of that's healed down. That dude has Fort Knox. He has a diamond titanium type armor shield on. You ain't cracking through that now. All of the traumas that he has now suffered due to the fact of whatever experiences that he may have had, now all of that has gone 10 times worse, because his female therapist, and not only female therapist, but his black female therapist, is online venting, making a generalized statement, talking about her black male clients, and now he's able to witness and see this. Like I said before, like, yo, just like the last black woman stated, that like I said, online is pretty much a gem, when it comes to seeing a lot of a variety of comments. You had one black woman that stated, like, yo, black men, I've been trying to warn y'all, don't sit up here and let these women, give you therapy, because a lot of these women ain't really for you. They're not really there to help you. Like I said, it takes a woman to see and understand other women who are vultures and snakes. But for the black men out there, for whatever sanity that you have left, if you're going to go towards therapy, which is a beautiful and a great thing, just make sure that you are going to do as much research as possible, because you don't want to be dealing with somebody like this who, for all intents and purposes, for me, just looking at her mouth and how it is that she's talking, I'm like, yo, she ain't gonna be helping no black man out here. I'm just gonna be real. I'm just gonna be real, because if I know that this is your attitude when you're not trying to be professional, I can only imagine what you're thinking when you're quote unquote in that session, right, with me, and when you're supposed to be professional and all these other, like I said, man, it's vastly crazy out here. Like I said, black man, for whatever sanity that you got, um seek therapy, seek help if you need it, if you got to work through different situations, different types of problems. But make sure that you do your research, or maybe you can go by word of mouth of men out there who are very great at what it is that they're able to do, and hopefully they're able to help you, and you can get a breakthrough, and you can release all of whatever it is that you're going through, and become the man that you are supposed to be, right? Like woo, like I said, that woman right there, that's a piece of work, man. That she is a real piece of work. And also on top of that, just to further add to this is the main reason why guys don't even want to open up to women, because women will run their mouth. Like, she's supposed to be a professional. I don't even care if she's not even on the job. It's the fact that you're a therapist and you want to sit up there and vent on social media about your clients. Like, that's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. So for any woman out there that wonders why it is that guys don't want to sit up there and open up, why we don't want to confine, is because it's a mixed bag. Because the moment in time that we decide that, hey, we want to sit up there and be vulnerable, we want to, show our emotions, we want to sit up there and show that other part that y'all want to sit up there and see, we get clowned for it. We get called out for it. We get called all this like other type of stuff. And then on top of that happening, y'all want to sit up there and either run your mouths to your friends, to your families, or you want to sit up there and run your mouth on social media. And you really think that after a guy sees something like this that we gonna want to like open up to y'all? Nah, son. Nah, you didn't kill that. That's a dead situation. Like, it's over on that. Like I said before, man, it's crazy. But for the men out there, again, just like I said in the beginning, don't let this discourage you from going out there and seeking therapy from a man, or better yet, a black man, to deal with a lot of your situations and the things that you want to talk about, and different stuff of that nature. Like I said, don't let her and the image of her stop you from seeking the help, and becoming a better man and a better person, and releasing all of that emotional energy that you need to release. Because as I stated to y'all before, the main killer when it comes to a lot of men is stress. Stress kills men. It don't take out women, right? Because like I said, everybody is different. Stress does take out men. It takes us out like that. So like I said, I want a lot of y'all out here to have a very long lifespan. I want y'all to be in the golden years, seeing grandkids and all that stuff with family reunions. I want y'all to see the transition in technology, within 100 years. Like I want y'all to be able to see the same things that a lot of our grandparents were able to experience, that were born in the 1930s or maybe the 1920s. Like I said, just think about that, the 1920s all the way until now. Think about all of the wars, all of the technology, the food and the people and the different things of that nature. So like I said, just keep your head up and just stay focused.